Let's look at another example. 3 letters, Sin, Lam, Mim. So Sin, Lam, Mim, from which we get Salima, Yaslamu. Salima, Yaslamu. Madi, Mudare, and Salamun is the masdar. Some words will have more than 2 masadar, so Salamun is one, and there's another one is Salamatun. Salamatun. So 2 masdars. And this really means peace, submission, or security. Salima, Yaslamu, Salamun, when put in this order, that means peace, submission, or security. And when we change the order around and we say Lamisa, order has changed, Lamisa. Lamisa means to touch. But touch also has the abstract meaning of protection or security. For example, someone has a setback, he is a close friend of yours who is in a bad way, and you hear the story, and what do you say? You just put your hand around, touch. Without saying anything, this means, don't worry, I'm here with you, we will get you out of this mess. So something, Lamisa, or touch, is something to do with protection and security in that broad sense. But on a concrete, that's the abstract level. On a concrete level, Salima means submission, peace, security. Lamisa means touch, to touch. But when we go at that level, there is a connection between these 2 orders, 2 word arrangements, 2 orders of these words. So that's our concrete level. And from the concrete level, then we move on to the next level, which is construction. So what we do is we take a root, and then we start making different words from that root. So if we take Kataba, I think I've already made some words from this root, Kataba. So Kataba is he wrote, that's the past tense. Yaktubu, he writes or he will write. And then we can have use this pattern. Fa'ilun, we have Katibun, which means writer. Anybody who writes anything, if I write a piece of paper, just A4 page on something, I'm a writer. And then we have from the same root Katabun, which is author. So author means writing all the time and writing lots and lots of things, books, etc., etc. Katabun. We have another word, Maktubun. Maktubun is something which has been written. So quite often this is used for a letter, for example. Letter is something which is written. Action of writing takes place on maktub. Then we have maktabun. Maktabun, that means desk, or modern uses for office where a lot of writing takes place. And then from there we can have maktabatun. Which means library, where again there's a lot of writing takes place, and it's also used for university or college. So one root, so kataba basically means something to do with writing, and when we put in these different constructions, that gives different meanings, but all these meanings have a connotation of writing. The other example which we looked at, Seen, Lam, Mim, we can similarly make different words from that. Seen, Lam, Mim. So Salima will be the past tense. Salima, past tense. And then we have from this word Muslim, Muslimun. We can have Salim from this, intact, something to do with being secure, intact, Salim. And there's another interesting word, Musallamatun, used in Surah Baqarah in the case of that cow, Musallamatun. When they were asked by Prophet Moses to slaughter a cow, and then they started making excuses and started asking questions, what kind of cow, what color, what type, etc., etc. And when they asked for the third time, the answer was Kala innahu yukulu innaha bakratun la zululun tasirul arda wala taskal hars musallamatun la shiyata fiha. Musallamatun, perfect. Musallamatun, kind of meaning of perfect. Musallamatun la shiyata fiha, there is absolutely no blemish on it. So that's the kind of description which was given, and finally they had to slaughter that cow. They didn't want to. So different words from the same root. So that's our level of construction. So we move on from abstract to concrete and then to construction. And at this level of combination, what we do is we put these words together. So basically we put parts of speech together here to make phrases and sentences, and then we combine those phrases and sentences to make prose, write a book, etc., etc. So that's combination of words. And then when we make these sentences, how do we express those sentences? How we use these sentences really to make a meaningful expression? That's this level of expression. So going back, we have got abstract level, we go to concrete to give specific order, giving specific meaning. So that's got very general broad meaning, specific order, then specific meaning, which will still have the connotation of other constructions, meaning of other constructions. And then we move on to making different words from that specific root, and then we put these words together, combine them to make sentences, and then how they are combined in a specific order to give a specific expression. That comes the final stage.